Jair Bolsonaro's legal saga has entered a pivotal new phase. In a bold move, his defense team has filed Embargos de declaração, a legal maneuver that directly challenges the Superior Electoral Court's decision to bar him from holding public office. This is not just another step in a long legal process. It's a strategic effort to reopen the debate over his eligibility and to question the very basis of the court's ruling. By submitting these embargoes, Bolsonaro's lawyers are signaling that they are far from conceding defeat and are determined to exhaust every possible avenue to keep his political future alive. This legal maneuver is more than routine paperwork. It's a calculated attempt to challenge the legitimacy of the court's decision and to buy crucial time. The Embargos de declaração allow the defense to highlight what they claim are inconsistencies or ambiguities in the ruling, and to push for a reconsideration of the facts. For Bolsonaro, this is about more than just legal technicalities. It's about keeping his name in the political conversation and maintaining hope among his supporters. The defense now faces three significant hurdles. First, they must avoid sanctions for what the court could see as attempts to delay the process. Second, they need to convincingly argue that there were procedural violations during the trial, errors that could have influenced the outcome. And third, they are laying the groundwork for a possible appeal to the Supreme Federal Court, Brazil's highest judicial authority, hoping to overturn the ineligibility ruling altogether. The roots of this case go back to a controversial meeting Bolsonaro held with foreign ambassadors, where he openly criticized Brazil's electronic voting system. His remarks were seen as an attack on the integrity of the country's democracy, and this led the Superior Electoral Court to rule against him by a decisive 5-2 vote, effectively ending his eligibility for public office, at least for now. Now, Bolsonaro's defense is not just seeking clarification. They are aiming to dismantle the court's decision entirely. By arguing that procedural errors and due process violations tainted the verdict, they hope to cast doubt on the legitimacy of the ruling and open the door for a full review by higher courts. The outcome of this legal gambit will be a crucial test for Brazil's democratic institutions. It will determine not only Bolsonaro's political fate, but also the strength and resilience of the country's judicial system in the face of intense political pressure. At the center of this high-stakes legal drama stands Jair Bolsonaro, the former president of Brazil, accompanied by his 2022 running mate, General Braga Neto. Both men now find themselves not just political allies, but co-defendants, united in their fight against the Superior Electoral Court's (TSE) ruling that threatens to reshape their political futures. Their presence on the judicial stage is not just symbolic. It's a testament to the gravity of the accusations and the far-reaching consequences for Brazil's democracy. Behind the scenes, their legal team works tirelessly, combing through every detail, searching for procedural errors or overlooked technicalities that could offer a lifeline. Meanwhile, the TSE, Brazil's highest authority on electoral matters, remains resolute. Justice Benedito Gonçalves, serving as rapporteur, plays a pivotal role, meticulously analyzing evidence and arguments from both sides, determined to uphold the integrity of the electoral process. The case itself was set in motion by the Democratic Labour Party, or PDT, which formally accused Bolsonaro of abusing the powers of the presidency to cast doubt on the electoral system. Their complaint alleges a deliberate attempt to undermine public trust in Brazil's democratic institutions, sparking a legal battle that has captured the nation's attention and drawn sharp lines between supporters and critics. Adding weight to the proceedings, the Public Electoral Ministry threw its support behind the conviction. lending further legitimacy to the case and signaling the seriousness with which the allegations are being treated by Brazil's legal establishment. Overseeing it all is the Supreme Federal Court, or STF, Brazil's highest court and the ultimate authority for appeals. For Bolsonaro and his team, the STF represents both a final hurdle and a last hope for overturning the TSE's decision. The defense's entire legal strategy is now focused on bringing the case before the STF, where they hope constitutional arguments might find a more receptive audience. The outcome here could set a precedent for future electoral disputes, making this not just a personal battle, but a defining moment for Brazil's democracy. Bolsonaro's defense risks sanctions if their appeal is seen as a stalling tactic. Embargos de declaração are meant to clarify, not re-argue the case. If deemed procrastinatory, the court can impose fines and damage the defense's credibility. Legal experts warn the line between clarification and delay is thin. Generic or repetitive arguments could backfire. The TSE under scrutiny may act decisively to deter bad faith litigation. A sanction would be a symbolic blow, branding the defense's efforts as obstruction. The defense must balance aggressive advocacy with caution to avoid undermining their own case. The defense's main argument is that the TSE's decision is void due to a violation of Bolsonaro's right to a full defense. They claim new evidence was added after the trial phase, denying them a fair chance to respond. This procedural attack aims to annul the conviction, not contest the facts. The TSE maintains the evidence was relevant, and the defense had an opportunity to reply. The real battle is whether the alleged procedural flaw was serious enough to compromise the trial's fairness. Central to the defense's claim is the minuta do golpe, a coup draft found at a Bolsonaro ally's home, added to the case after the evidence phase. The defense argues this late inclusion unfairly expanded the case and violated their rights. The TSE counters that the document was crucial, revealing a broader pattern of anti-democratic intent. This clash pits procedural rigor against the pursuit of truth. The court must now decide if its flexibility crossed a constitutional line. Filing embargos de declaração is a crucial and calculated step in the legal process, serving as a gateway to unlock the possibility of an appeal to the Supreme Federal Court, or STF. These embargoes are not just routine paperwork, they are a strategic maneuver designed to ensure that every legal argument is formally presented and considered by the lower courts before the case can move forward. Under Brazilian law, this requirement is known as pre-questioning. It means that all relevant points and constitutional issues must be raised and ruled upon at earlier stages, or else they cannot be examined by the STF. This process is meticulous, demanding careful attention to detail and a deep understanding of legal procedures. The defense team is not simply contesting the facts of the case. They are methodically building a constitutional argument, reframing the entire dispute as a matter of fundamental rights and legal principles. This approach elevates the case, positioning it within the broader context of constitutional law and civil liberties. While the chances of overturning the decision at the TSE are slim, the true objective is to reach the STF, where the legal landscape may offer new opportunities and a more receptive audience for these constitutional arguments. The STF represents the highest authority on such matters in Brazil. This is a long-term, high-stakes strategy, one that keeps Bolsonaro's hopes alive, sustains his political relevance, and maintains momentum in the public narrative. Every legal move is calculated to buy time and keep the issue in the spotlight. Ultimately, the embargoes are less about achieving an immediate victory and more about carefully setting the stage for the final, decisive battle at the Supreme Federal Court, where the outcome could reshape the political landscape. Bolsonaro's case echoes global debates over due process and political rights. International courts, like the ECHR, and cases involving figures like Donald Trump, show how procedural fairness becomes a battleground in high-stakes political trials. Many systems allow new evidence if the defense can respond. The TSE claims it met this standard. Courts worldwide balance procedural rigor with protecting democracy, sometimes restricting political rights to defend institutions. The STF will weigh Brazil's case in this global context, knowing the world is watching. The final decision will shape not just Bolsonaro's fate, but Brazil's democratic reputation. Bolsonaro's legal fight has immediate and lasting effects on Brazilian politics. His ineligibility reshapes the 2026 election, leaving the right without its main figure and sparking a scramble for new leadership. The ongoing battle keeps Bolsonaro relevant, fueling his narrative of persecution and maintaining his influence. For Lula's government, this is both an opportunity and a challenge. Removing a rival, but risking a radicalized opposition, the case sets a precedent for how Brazil treats attacks on its democracy. The next court decision will redefine the rules of political engagement for years to come. Bolsonaro's appeal is a high-stakes test for Brazil's justice system. The defense's strategy challenges the legitimacy of the trial and aims for a Supreme Court showdown. The outcome will set a precedent on the limits of political speech and the judiciary's power to defend democracy. The uncertainty keeps Bolsonaro's political shadow alive, shaping the opposition and the 2026 race. This case forces Brazil to balance individual rights with the need for democratic stability. The final verdict will define not just Bolsonaro's future, but the strength of Brazilian democracy itself.